Hey guys, Mr. here again for another video today, and we are back with another Can They Win the Stanley Cup? And in this one, we will be seeing if what was the subject I wanted to do? Oh yeah, I know I titled the video it, but I forgot what I wanted to do. So we are actually going to be using the oldest hockey players in. Well, not necessarily in the NHL, but in all the hockey leagues that we have currently going for us. So we're going to be playing as the Detroit Old Men in the Atlantic Division, and we will see how that goes. That's for sure. We are a 90 overall team, which, to be fair, honestly is not that bad. But then again, who knows? Anything could happen. So we'll see. We'll see how this team goes. Like I said, I think they don't, or I think they could make the playoffs. They aren't the worst team. They also aren't the best. The best team. So we will have to wait and see. But I'm just gonna make sure everything is good here for the rules. Turn down the injury sliders as well because I don't want people getting injured. And we'll see what's up as we head into the simulation and to show you the team. Honestly, like I said, it really isn't that bad of a team. I backed out. Am I going to have to redo the rules again? Injuries are off now. Okay, we're good. So let's start the season, and we'll see what it has in store for us. But I'm hoping to see this team make the playoffs. Right now, only 2 teams out of the 4 have made the playoffs. So we'll see if they would, or see if this team will. What am I trying to do? Okay, yeah, so we're into the sim. Let's go and check out this team. So let's just edit the lines here quickly. We're gonna have Patrick Marleau on that first line left wing. Why he isn't already there? He is listed as a left wing. I couldn't tell you, but okay. Yeah, so we're gonna have, actually, let's see, should we play the Sedins together? Yeah, let's play the Sedins together, just because why not? And yeah, there we go. So forwards, we've got Patrick Marleau, who's 38, Joe Thornton, who's 38, Jaromir Jagr, who's 45, Marian Hossa, who's 38, Henrik Zetterberg, who is 36, Radim Verbata, who is 36. Now, what I wanted to do for this team is I wanted to have it so everybody on this team was going to be at least 38 and up, but honestly, I couldn't do it. So then I had to fall down to 37 and up, and still I couldn't do it. And then I had to fall down to 36 and up, and then I finally was able to make this team. So both Sedins there as well. 37, Joel Ward, 36, Jason Chimera, 38, Jerome McGinley, 40, Chris Kunitz, 38. Then for defense, we've got Zdeno Chara, who is 40, Paul Martin, who is 36, Kevin Bieksa, who's 36, Nicholas Cronwell, who's 36, Ron Hainsey, who's 36, and Francois Beauchemin, who's 37. Now, if I hadn't dropped this down to 36, literally over half our defense wouldn't be here. But it kind of sucks because basically all of these players are defensive defensemen. I mean, they have Cronwell and Chara as 2-ways, but they're basically defensive defensemen, so there's not going to be a lot of points coming from our back end. And in the goalie position, we have our starter Roberto Luongo, who's 38, and our backup Ryan Miller, who is 37. So we'll see how this team plays out in the regular season. Like I said, we really don't have that bad of a team. 91 overall offense, 90 overall defense, and goaltending. We'll just have to see if mainly our goaltending can carry us to the playoffs. We will see if that can happen. But I mean, like I said, anything can happen, and who knows. Starting off, not starting too hot. 3-4-3, 4-4-3, 4-5-3, 5-5-3. I don't know. We'll have to see. This could be an interesting one. If we stay positive and get some extra time losses, then I think we could be a decently contending team. But like I said, we'll just have to see because we are going to go on some stretches of losses like we are right now. We are on a 6-game losing streak, and we only got 2 points in 2 of them, which kind of sucks. But honestly, who knows? So yeah, as actually really quickly, as we do go through this sim, I'm gonna get out my notepad as I do in every episode to find this page that I have everything written down. All right, let's write this down. So I named the team the Old Men just because why not? So we'll see if the Old Men can make the playoffs and not only make the playoffs but win the Stanley Cup with a record of 19, 19, and 9. Yeah, that's not looking too great, but there's still a chance because we are positive right now, and if we continue to get some wins, then, we could obviously make the playoffs. If we get to 30 wins before we get to 30 regulation losses, we could be in a good position to finally figure out if we will make the playoffs or not. We're like I said, we really aren't looking too bad right now. 25, 23, and 12. That is 62 points, and we are almost at the deadline. So I don't know. That's not great, but like I said, we need to hit 30 wins before 30 regulation losses, and then that could really help. If not, then I don't know. And like I said, another thing about this is there's really not a lot of offense to be spread around because, our top two, maybe top three lines, I guess, would be the best three, or where all of our offense is coming from, because our defense, there isn't going to be a lot. A lot at all. I'm saying max like 20 points for one of our defensemen, because none of them are really like two-way defensemen as much as I'd like for them to be. And we actually went on a pretty big win streak there, and we did manage to get 30-plus wins, or our 30th win in regulation before we hit 30 regulation losses. We also have 15 extra time losses. And, it's looking like we are going to the playoffs, and we are. I'm assuming it says 0-0 right now is our record. But I think we are going to the playoffs, guys, which is always good. Playoff video, right? Let's see. So playoff matches have been determined. We will be going... did we miss? Did we miss? Oh, my God, we did miss. I think we missed. Okay, let's see. So 89 points is not enough to make the playoffs in this division with, I guess in this division, only 3 teams made the playoffs in this division. 37, 30, and 15. Honestly, isn't that bad of a record, because you would think with 37, what is that? Let's just do 35 plus 35, that is 70. Then we got another 14, so that's 84 points right there, plus the 15 points that would equal, plus the 15 other regulation losses would equal the 89. We were 1 point behind the Canadians, who had 90 points, and they didn't make the playoffs in this Atlantic, right? Atlantic? I don't know. Are we in the Atlantic? Yeah, we're in the Atlantic, right? Pretty sure. Like I said, guys, I really do not know. Oh my God. Okay, yeah, one sec. I really don't know the freaking things. The divisions very well. We are in the Atlantic. But yeah, so 89 points, to be fair. It really isn't that bad. We finished 11th in the Eastern Conference, I saw earlier, but the best team in the league was another team in the East. It was the Pittsburgh Penguins. Scrolling down, we finished 17th, and actually we finished with more points than other teams did in the NHL. So technically we were only, I guess technically, since we were in 17th, we just barely missed the playoffs technically. This is the most middle of the pack we have ever landed with one of the teams in this series. 17th spot in the regular season, is the closest we've been to the middle of the pack. Like I said, we've had a first placing, a 30th placing, a 23rd placing, a second placing, and now this one, a 17th placing. But yeah, honestly, looking at that record, I would have thought that we could have won that, or we could have made the playoffs. I didn't mean to say won the playoffs, but yeah, like I said, I think with that record, if I had looked at it without looking at the divisions, I would have said we made the playoffs. But oh my God, Henrik Zetterberg had quite the freaking season. He had a 30-goal season, scoring 35 goals. What a beast. 39 assists and 74 points for him. Yager with 72 points. He did really good too. Joe Thornton with 45, Henrik Sedin with 44, Daniel Sedin with 44. Patrick Marleau with 43, Radim Verbata with 40. See, I switched Thornton and Zetterberg because Thornton, I figured, since he's a big playmaker, playing alongside the sniper of Radim Verbata, he could get some goals and Thornton could get some assists, but not true. Joel Ward with 27 points, 24 for Hossa, Aginla, Chimera, and Kunitz all have around that as well. Just sorting by forwards, Kunitz was the player with the least amount of points on our team with 19. Very interesting. Our only line was our only line that was positive was our first line. So interesting. Let's go and check out our defense. Most points goes to Chara with 17. So I said max, one of our defensemen have like 20 or 25 points. I don't remember what I said. I think it's at 25, but yeah, 20, not even. So Chara with 17, Martin with 15, Cronwall with 12, Bieksa with 11, Beauchemin with 6, and Hainsey with 2. They all had 2 or more goals throughout the season, but still, that is not good. And then all of them were minus players as well. Goaltending, how did Luongo do? 25 wins, 21 losses, 12 overtime losses in a 58-game season, 5 shutouts, and a .917 save percentage, and a 2.39 GAA, which, I mean, to be fair, that's really not that bad of stats, considering that I'd say those are basically around his stats regularly, since he isn't usually on the greatest of teams. Like, yeah, last year he had a .914, the year before he had a .921, the year before that he had a .920, then a .918. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting, that's for sure. Miller as a backup didn't do too great, though. 28 games played, 12 wins, 9 losses, 3 overtime losses with 2 shutouts, .916 save percentage, and a .260 GAA. Now, heading back to the forward category, let's go and see who had the most points on this team. Would it be... Or not, sorry, not most points on this team, most points in the league. Zetterberg is actually on the first page. So, yeah, like I said, he had a crazy year. He was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So he was actually 14th, tied for 14th, I guess, in the NHL. Well, I mean, let's see. So first, Malkin, second, Ovi, Kane, and Stamkos third, Kucherov, McDavid fourth, Tavares fifth, Draisaitl, Schwartz sixth, Giroux, Crosby, Matthews, Backstrom seventh, Zetterberg tied for 7th or 8th, I believe, right? Technically, if you go like that. Most goals, Zetterberg looks to be up there, to be fair. Actually, yeah, he was one of the only players to get 35-plus goals this season, so very interesting to see that. And, I mean, really, that's all I wanted to check out for this team. So, since we didn't make the playoffs, let's just simulate to the end of the playoffs, and we'll see who won the Stanley Cup. So another failed attempt at this series. The only time we won the Stanley Cup was our very first episode. We haven't been able to win it since. Couldn't win it with the 2001 draft, although that was a really poor team. They finished 30th in the league. And then our 2002 draft, they, on paper, were an even worse team, and they finished 23rd, though, so not too bad. And then after that, we had the undrafted team, who we finished second, and we could not win the Stanley Cup. And then this team, obviously, weren't able to make the playoffs, unfortunately, and the Stanley Cup champions go to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Interesting. Season mode is now complete. Thank you very much, game. All right, now, obviously, as I do, I will show you guys some stats in or some of the awards. Sorry, not some of the stats. So Stanley Cup goes to Tampa, Presidents goes to Pittsburgh, Clarence S. Campbell Bull goes to LA. Honestly, I could see that happening in real life this year. A final of LA and Tampa, that'd be very interesting, that's for sure. I like to see that, not gonna lie. Player awards, we got the Art Ross to Evgeny Malkin, Hart also to Malkin, Norris to Clefbaum, wow, okay. Lady Byng to Kane, Calder to Schwartz, like I said. Already told you guys about this last time. It's because I have edited Schwartz in this game, and for some reason when you edit a player's stats, it will also be, or they will then be eligible for a Calder or Calder championship, or Calder trophy, not championship, Calder trophy though. Conn Smythe goes to Steven Stamkos, so past 3 years, I just gone to captains. Wow, when was the last goal? 2013. It went to Taves or Kane? Did it go to Taves or did it go to Crawford? I don't remember who it went to in 2013. But when was the last goalie to win the Conn Smythe? It was Quick in 2012, or was Crawford in 2013? I don't know if Crawford won it in 2013, though. Vesna goes to Rene this year. Murray and Jarry actually winning the William M. Jennings together. Nice. Bill Masterton goes to John Merrill. Selke goes to Taves. Ted Lindsay goes to Malkin. And Maurice Richard goes to Ovechkin. Alright, guys, so really, that is going to be it from me in this episode. Now, I do not know if I will be uploading some franchise mode today. I don't really have time to. I am heading to hockey in a little bit. I just had time to record this one. I also just got home from school 5 minutes before I started recording this video. So, yeah, interesting, that's for sure. But that is going to be it from me, guys. There may be some franchise modes, not too sure. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.